Hello everyone, welcome to the VicTech channel. This is a follow-up video for my budget mud flaps. I just wanted to give you an update on how well they've held up, my likes and dislikes, and what I've chose to do regarding keeping them installed or removing them. So, you remember, I'll have a link in the description on my how to do your own mud flaps video, and these mud flaps have held up well. My goal was to try to prevent water from splashing on the side, on the bottom side of the car when you drive. After you washed it and you go through a puddle, some mud flap seems to work well, and I even had them stick out a little bit more than the ones you buy, the more expensive ones, and that really didn't seem to work. I believe that the mud flaps are actually more effective as protecting your car from chips, from stones that are picked up by the threads. So after a couple of weeks, as you can see, they show the brunt of the elements. So this is one of the rears, and if you look at the pattern, this is probably the water at high speeds, because these things do take a beating. You could see it. I bought good quality paint. I made sure I got the one with the primer and paint combination for plastic, which this is, and I made sure the temperature was right. I cleaned these with alcohol, made sure they was super clean, and the paint, so the paint could adhere to it. But as you can see, there's some parts where there's threads, and that's pretty much the water just splashing and hitting. And if you're going 55, 60 miles per hour, that water hitting there, that's like a sandblasting effect. Rather than sand, it's water, and there you go. So I'm guessing anyone who has done this in the past and has painted their mud flaps probably had similar results. And you have some little chips here. Now, as you can see, this is the hardware that I made. This is the bracket that I fabricated to hold it into the rear. And as you can see, even here, you have some slight, you can see the lines where the threads, and I guess where the water is picked up and then slammed into the actual mud flap itself. And then here, I don't know if that was something where it scraped against a curb, or, and then these are the fronts. This is the front right here. Held up pretty well. Somehow the rear seems to be getting the most, I guess, water. Or this is the front. As you can see, the thread marks here. Maybe it depends on how well the paint was applied. It could be a combination of things. Now, and you have some scratches and so on. So my suggestion would be, I got these from Big Lots at $5, and they were all one color. There was blue. There was like this, they kind of like this orangey color. This is like a kind of like a aqua blue, gray, and I believe the other color was, this is black. Was it black? I think it was. Yeah. Oh, dark blue. Okay. So dark blue, aqua blue, gray, and orange. So the best thing would be, if you want gray, buy 4 packs and then just cut the ones you want. That way they won't lose their color. Or do it from the blue, all 4 dark blues, which I think it's a good match. You have the aqua, and then you have the red, which if you want to paint red and the paint starts peeling off, the offset might not be, the contrast might not be that bad. So I decided to leave them off, and the reason why is, anytime you park in a curb or you go over a speed bump, or you take a curb or you make a turn where there's an incline, they scrape so horribly. And I've heard this on the forums. I think that's why I believe one of the brands, I think Rock Blocks, they're kind of like silicone flexible, and you don't have that issue. And if you do hear some scraping, it's very minute. But this, it scrapes. The sound is comparable to your muffler hanging from your car and scraping on the asphalt. That's pretty much how loud it sounds when it does scrape. It's like a really, really, really bad. So because they don't work for me the way I anticipated, which was to prevent that water from getting into the sides, being that the car is white and you could see the dirt and all that, and because of the scraping, uh, in lower areas and inclines and speed bumps and all, I'm gonna leave them off. So in the future, I might change my mind. If I find a more silicone flexible material, I'll probably, cut these, leave these as templates. I do like the way they look, and then, use those. But other than that, I think it's they serve their purpose, but to a point. They probably will stop the pebbles and gravel and rocks from chipping the paint, but the water is what I want to keep. I've had other vehicles with the mud flaps. You can go through a huge puddle at whatever speed and the side would remain dry because the mud flaps somehow mitigated or prevented the water from getting on the sides. So I'll just have to deal with that and figure out a different solution. If anyone has a solution for how to avoid that, then other than telling me just go slow, then I welcome your comments. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'll leave a link in the description on how I made these and how I actually fabricated these. And the hardware actually held up very well. So again, if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave your comments, and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Thank you.